Hello, dear friends, and welcome to the International Fabtalks. Thank you for being a part of our journey. Friends, we are here today to connect with you, to connect with the world, to connect with different kinds of people from different parts of the world. And today we have a special guest. He is Mr. Ishaan Vats from Delhi, India, a person who's ready to share his expertise, his knowledge, and wisdom today with us. And he would like to share that space to make you understand that yes, life is important for each one of us, and each one of us have to live our lives to the fullest. He is a budding clinical psychologist, a classical dancer, and much more, dear friends. I'll introduce him in an official way. First, let's get on a friendly note and welcome our guest. Hello, sir, and welcome to the session.
Thank you, International Fabtalks, for welcoming me to this, forum today.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. You're so humble. Thank you very much. When we just received the positive reply, yes, I accept the invitation. Thank you so much. That really was a time for celebration. All of us enjoyed that moment when sir accepted our invitation from the International Fab Talks. Dear sir, I'd like to introduce you in an official way with your permission, sir.
Absolutely. Please go ahead.
Yes. Our celebrity today, he is a perinatal therapist, and I am unaware of what it is, and most of you out there would have no knowledge about it. So we're going to know more about it. He's a perinatal therapist. Apart from that, a wonderful aroma and chromotherapist. We need to know more about it and how it's going to influence our life, how sir is able to give his best in this field, that is the aroma and chromotherapy. Apart from that, he's also a great dream therapist. It's concerned with all your dreams. It could be your daydreams as well as the dreams that you have during your sleep time. Let's get to know more about that. Apart from that, the most important thing is he is a trauma and grief psychotherapist. That is the place where most of us are stuck. We have a lot of traumas, childhood traumas, even traumas in everyday life that we face. Grief physiotherapist. I'm sorry, not physiotherapist, psychotherapist. So I'm becoming emotional when they say trauma, because we have all been through a lot of trauma. So then if you have someone who's out there to help you overcome your trauma, then that is a blessing in disguise. If you meet such people, if you meet such professionals, and here we have one today, he is Mr. Ishaan Vats, a trauma and grief psychotherapist. Apart from that, he is an Indian classical dancer. I would love to learn. If I get an opportunity, I will connect with you, sir, definitely, and learn. And friends, apart from that, he's a budding clinical psychologist and much more to that. Let's get to know about our guest. He's Mr. Ishaan Vats from New Delhi, India. Hello, sir, and welcome to the session.
Thank you again for such a warm welcome and such a warm introduction today. So, as you said in the beginning, that perinatal counseling, or psychology is something new to you and the viewers also. So, I would like to throw some light upon it. So, I am from the first batch, which was launched by Speaking Cube Foundation. So I belong to the very first batch of that. So I am a perinatal therapist. So this field deals with the pregnant ladies. You must have heard the terms neonatal, prenatal, in the biology sector. So this has now applied to psychology. What are those ups and downs, upheavals which a pregnant woman goes through? Because the mental health of pregnant women is equally important to those who are not, apparently. And what emotional upliftment or downfalls or mood disturbances which a woman goes through in that period, we cater to that. We cater to the small needs, the small expectations of woman which she has at that period of time, which I don't think she might have in the apart from those 9 months, right? And after, so perinatal deals with the period from the conception to 2 years after the birth. So we cater to all those mental, requirements which a woman needs.
Thank you, sir. That's really very nice. And now I've really got an insight into what it is, because all of us have been through this journey, my dear friends, where when we begin to have the first thought that yes, I'm going to be a mother, there are lots of changes in our state of mind. Our state of mind is completely different. Sometimes we are scared, disturbed, we are not ready sometimes. and a lot of changes take place in
Right.
our mindset. And yes, sir, that's really very nice. And I'm proud of you that you have gone so deep into this area, like wanting to do your best for all the mothers out there, the expectant mothers. And you said even after that 2 years plus, even after the birth of the child, you are still connected with the
Mothers.
your mothers.
Yes.
That's really very nice. I really appreciate that. I haven't come across anyone like that till date. And that's really unique, sir. Thank you for entering into this field, because many of us, including me, have been through that journey and I know how it feels. And at that time, we didn't have all of this.
Yes.
Now the
Thank
mothers
you.
are really happy.
Exactly. Thank you for the person who started this, right? The foundation who introduced this course, Speaking Cube. So I would really appreciate, just carry forward the thanks to that foundation. So yeah.
Yes, my dear friends. In this way, this young gentleman is out here to share his knowledge and wisdom with all of us. And all the expectant mothers, you could really get connected with this particular professional and seek whatever information you require to have a very stable life when you're especially carrying a little child in your womb. Yes, dear. Dear sir, how would you define yourself now? Who is the real Ishaan?
If I go defining myself, then I would say that I am a keen learner and student of life. So whatever life teaches me, I just accept it wholeheartedly, no regrets. So yeah, that's how crisp I can go with defining myself.
Perfect. And that's a big takeaway, huh? For me, that's a big takeaway. Yes. So, dear friends, a student of life, be ready for all the challenges. Wonderful. So I like the way you put it so clearly. No matter what, no regrets, just go ahead with life. This is life. You have to face all the ups and downs, and that makes you more stronger. Dear sir, you are an inspiration to many of the youngsters out there and to me too now, because you've entered that beautiful zone, the perinatal therapy, as you said. I really love that. That's something unique to me. I wish that all of you come forward and, even go through this course, get yourself trained in this area. Dear sir, you are an inspiration to me and to many of the others out there as well. But what inspired you to take up this field, to become a psychologist and wanting to do your best for the people connected, especially to their mind, to the way they think, to the way they behave? Who inspired you to enter this beautiful journey?
So as I said that I'm still budding, right? So I just was wondering as to what courses should I do to enrich my CV apparently. So I found this course. Basically you find 100 courses in the entire day, but what you do is what you are interested in. So this field I felt that no one caters to, especially in India. It is the most neglected state, right? Wherein woman is expected to do this, but what she wants to do. So that want and that expectation, that difference, I wanted to fill this gap. So I just got fascinated by this course, and I just did it.
Excellent, sir. That's really nice. Thank you so much for sharing. Dear sir, maybe now go to your childhood. How were you as a little kid? What type of a child? The most mischievous one, or the shy one, or talkative one?
I would replace all these adjectives with a very calm, composed, a person who just was into his academics, studying for like doing hard work, and spending most of the school time in CCAs and activities, the annual functions we used to have. So that's how I spent my childhood, like enjoying doing what I like. But then when I entered the teenage, so from childhood to teenage, there was a difference when my nature of sharing with the parents, that got reduced, right? So obviously when you are a child, as you have seen that the child tells everything to the parents, because they are listening to you, right? So that's how you tell everything. आप नहीं सोचते हैं कि it is right or wrong, right? But when that acceptance becomes a neglection and becomes something which will not be entertained by the parent. There comes a blockage in front of the child that, okay, there are many things that I have to hide from the parents because I will not get the acceptance. So when that acceptance and the unconditional love gets blocked from that side, the child starts to hide. The child, okay, if one day your child comes and tells you that, Mama, today I bunked, maths class or science class, the mother might spank him or reprimand him, right? Give him punishment. So that's how after that, wo bunk karega. The child will keep on bunking the class if he wants. But the difference is that he will stop telling the parents. Parents will think उसने करना बंद कर दिया है. करना बंद नहीं किया है. उसने आपको बताना बंद कर दिया है. So that miscommunication, loss of communication has happened. So yeah, that's how I would frame my childhood as.
Beautiful, sir. I really accept that, because I've been through that phase, and many of us have been through that phase. Even my sons have been through that phase. So I really know that, yes, when that acceptance and unconditional love stops, they stop sharing with you.
Absolutely.
And then, yes, it's really very true. So parents, you should really be very careful, accept your child and give unconditional love such that they open up. Right, sir? That's very true. Dear sir, the next question coming up. Is there any book that you would like to suggest which could focus on any one important topic where it would be useful for us?
So I am not a reading person, honestly. So if there are very less books which I love to read, but there is one book which not book, that's an epic, Ramayana and Mahabharata, Gita. So I suggest everyone to, you just go through it, go through the easiest form of it. Now there are ways by which people can understand whatever is there in the book or the epic which we have, because so I just suggest that as per your convenience, jitna you can grab from these things, from these stuff, you should gather, because everything about life and after life, before life is there in this.
Yes, dear sir. Thank you for sharing that, sir. Thank you very much. In fact, they are really great inspirational books where we could really gain a lot of information about ourselves, about the past, present, and future, and to understand really who you are. Thank you very much, sir. Dear sir, apart from being into your professional space, have you been able to take off some time and go on a vacation? And if yes, which was that place? And if no, which place you would love to go to?
The most favorite place of mine has always been beaches, near the beaches. So Mumbai and Goa. So these are two my most favorite places. I prefer to go on vacations in India itself, because I feel connected
Very
to
true.
the states, because we can relate to the people, right? Our mindset can relate to the people, and so that's how. Yeah, I do remember that Goa I visited 3 times, and all the 3 times with my family, apparently. So that was a great fun. We had a very great time there. So that is my always, you know, okay to visit place.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Now, I should go once to Goa now. I haven't been till date. I haven't been. Yes, if you're recommending that, you said then it's for us also. Yes. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. And yes, traveling across India is really the beauty that you never get anywhere. It's so rich in culture and different lifestyles. Yes. Dear sir, movies now, we talk about movies. Is there any movie that you would suggest to watch? It has a social message, a favorite one.
Movie I would suggest everyone to watch Bhool Bhulaiya Part 1. So that's my all-time favorite movie. I relate to it because the way it has been portrayed in that movie, how the actress, the portrayer, Vidya Balan goes through all those stages and how she develops a totally different personality. So, but okay, she has developed that personality. It has been shown very nicely by the director, but the way it has been handled was, I think, not in a very appropriate manner. Uh, so that was a multiple personality disorder which was portrayed in that movie. But I feel that there are many more different ways of handling it. So if the case is of a very severe, kind of a case, and so we need to get a psychiatrist first. The medical help should be given through medicines, and then side by side therapy should go on. But the stage in which she has been shown, Vidya Balan, that was a very severe case, which I believe, which needs a psychiatrist and a psychologist both working as a team. So I believe there is a social message that these needs have to be catered to. If you get a fever today, in the evening or then and there, you will visit a doctor and take the medicines. But if you feel something like mood disturbance here or headache because of the mental stress, you say that I'm sleeping, it will get recovered. How will it get recovered when you have so much dumped in? So you just end up saying that, okay, I'll sleep.
Yeah, could you repeat yourself, please? Your voice wasn't audible.
All right. So I was on the thing that if you have seen a spring, the more you suppress it, the more with the speed it will jump out. So इससे पहले कि वो बहुत तेज jump out करे, you need to slow down the pace by which you are loosening it.
Yes, very true, very true. I really agree with what you have shared. Of course, if we have fever or body aches, we just go and take a tab or go to the hospital and meet a
Yes.
doctor. But if it is something that's troubling us in our mind, we just say, no, I'm not okay now, I'm just going to sleep. And we keep all of that suppressed, and then that pops out in different ways. Very nice. You're a person with lots of knowledge and wisdom, sir. You're going into the depths and explaining everything to us. That's very nice. It's not only at the surface, but you have that deep knowledge where you want us to understand as to how to take care of our mental health. Yes, sir. That's wonderful. Keeping the movie as an example, sir has explained so beautifully. That's very nice. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Dear sir, what is it that you love about yourself? This is me, Ishaan Vats, and I like myself because this is my inner core quality. I've identified this in me, and this is the whole. It explains about what I do, my existence. This is the core quality of mine.
What I love about myself, that is, I am what I am, and I have accepted myself, and I am in a work in progress. I will not say that I am a now very personality wise developed individual or a perfect individual. Yes, I am imperfect. Yes, I have flaws. Yes, I commit mistakes, but I own up to it and work for it, in favor of it, for my betterment. What I love is that I am honest about the things which I like, which I do not. But I what I actually love is how I portray that thing. Many people say that I'm very blunt. मेरे जो दिल में है वही मुंह पे है. No, that's not how you operate. There is a way to communicate. You should have the way how the thing should be communicated, right? You make an individual sit in front of you, have your own space. No any other person, no third or fourth person should be interfering between the people who are talking out the matter and sorting it out. So I feel that this trait, so yeah, this trait I love about myself. I will not boast about it, but yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, very nice. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Yes, friends, we have to be frank and bold, and of course, maintain confidentiality also while speaking with anyone. Yes, I get to understand that. That's really nice. Dear sir, how would you want to be remembered in this world, and why should people remember you?
If ever I get a chance to be remembered by, a mass population, because I'm a how should I frame it? Like mm, I just want fame. If you give me two options, money or fame, I would rather incline more with the fame, because obviously with the fame, money will come automatically, but with the money, fame will not come. And if through money I get the fame, then that fame is of no use for me.
Very true.
So
Very true.
yeah.
Very true. Now, so as you spoke of money and fame, and you said rather I be famous and money will follow rather than having money and becoming famous. I understand that part. Now let's say that you won a big lottery, बड़ा सा जैकपॉट मिल गया आपको, तो आप कैसे उसका इस्तेमाल करेंगे सर आप?
First of all, it depends as to of how much amount the jackpot has, have I got. So that depends upon. Okay, so let's take about 1 lakh ka jackpot, for instance.
नहीं, उससे ज्यादा 10 crores, 10 crores.
All right. Okay, 10 crores for an instance, then obviously and this is not that I'm speaking for the camera or the recording is on or many people will see me. This is me, that I will give some portion of it to the needy people around me. Obviously, I cannot go, like outreach karna bahut difficult hai, because that's something which is not achievable. So let's decide what is achievable. Let's do that, um, achieve that goal and then move forward. So utna isa will go to these people. Obviously, I'm a shopping addict. Then shopping from big brands apparently. So then I would save some amount, buy gifts for my family members. So these are my priorities. How would I do it?
How sweet. That's really so nice of you, keeping everybody in mind. Yourself, your family members, of course, the underprivileged as well. That's really nice. And with investment also, as you said. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That's wonderful. Dear sir, when you were in school or in college, did you ever take part in sports and games?
Sports has always been an area which I do not incline to. I am a more, mm, since my personality is very calm, composed, patient, so sports is a thing which I never paid heed to. Like in my entire school life, there was music events, dance events, annual functions, anchoring, acting, So I used to be in these things, cooking without fire. So yeah, sports has never been an area which I have interest in. So yeah.
Same, me also the same. So I've never taken part in any of the sports. Never. My brother and sister went forward, but I never won a single prize. I never participated also, leave about winning a prize. I didn't participate.
Right.
Yes, so I'm with you there. Of course, like as you said, anchoring and cultural activities, a bit inclined towards that side. Dear sir, how did you feel when India lost the match?
Nothing like I saw people. So that evening, I was in the gym, working out, and people were on leave. The gym was empty. Only 3-4 people were working out, and I'm like, "Log kahan hai?" And छूटते ही they were like, "मैच चल रहा है इसीलिए." I was like, "Bro, no, they can't leave gym for a match." And the people who were working out there, they had their headphones on their head and watching match. I'm like, what if you fall on the treadmill? And the news which came out ki India has lost, they were like, oh man, this, that. And I was like watching them. So that was the feeling. Like I felt bad that India lost, but not much.
Yes.
It happens.
Thank you so much for sharing that experience and all of that. That's really very nice. Yes, dear friends, India has lost the match, but no worries. We will bounce back. And of course, one should win, one should lose, right? They've done their best. And dear sir, now we come back to something more different. Apart from the sports field, and of course from the Indian team, that's still on our mind. It's not gone
Absolutely, I
off our
know.
mind.
I know, right?
Yes, yeah. Yes. Dear sir, what is the change that you would want to focus and bring about in the world? You want to concentrate all your energy and power to bring a change in this particular field.
Uh, if you're talking about like the entire world, then I think empathy and sympathy, I would love to aware people about it, teach people about it, because uh, this is what we are losing now. Empathy and sympathy, there is like in the older times, if I have to rate the percentage, then it was 90% or 85%. Now it has reduced to say 30 to 40%. Like until the individual will not face that burnout wala stage, until and unless he will not just burst out of anger or out of emotions, his or her emotions will not be valued. And then uh when that point comes, when the person finally bursts out, and then the people go and just calm him or her down. Oh, I'm with you. Oh, I'm with you. With you is the person in the entire journey, not at the last stage. So that's one thing which I would like to cultivate in people.
Perfect, perfect. I really love the way you put that. It's not coming towards the end and lifting somebody up. It is to
Exactly.
be with them through the process of their life, on whatever path they are, to be with them at every given stage. Not every moment, at least when they need you the most, not when they are at the fag end of their life, or they've already drowned into self-pity, or they're already into depression, and to rise up, it's difficult. I really
Absolutely.
accept that, sir. And it's very, very true. And I could relate that to that very well from very personal experiences also.
Yes.
Doesn't make sense. Yes, sir. Thank you for sharing. You really sharing a lot of, uh, which is like to the heart and to the mind, everything is getting
Means a
connected.
lot. Means a lot.
Yes, yes, sir. Very true. Because I could relate from my own experiences as well. And of course, our virtual audience, and yes, definitely they will be
These
able to
experiences, I'm sorry, I'm cutting you.
No, no,
These
sir.
these experiences, I think every individual goes through, but the difference is that how much they go through. So yeah, everyone goes through. Like the people say that why it is happening with me only. It is happening with you because you know yourself. You don't know about the lives of other people. Everybody goes through every stage, but the difference is how much they go through.
Perfect, sir. Perfect. Now, dear sir, we come down to dreams. As you are a dream therapist, would you like to share something about it?
So dreams are all those manifestations which we make in the entire day or in the entire week. But at times, dreams do serve as a messenger of the god, messengers of some things which have happened or which can happen in the future. So there are many interpretations which we can make. So if you, for example, if you see some, snakes, the cobras in your dreams, that means all your the people who think negative about yourself, that stage is gonna come to an end. Seeing lion in the your dream means that your lion wala jo aapka, you have that side of lion, that oh, no fears, no regrets, that stage is gonna come. So every dream has its own interpretation. People do make many negative interpretation. As we live in Indian scenario, and then Indian scenario, so that dreams are much catered to, and whatever dreams people have, they interpret as per their own convenience. So people say that seeing an owl in the dreams is bad, seeing an owl in the and the other group of people say that seeing an owl is very good. So that depends upon how you take it. The more positive you will, so see, there is this thing that अगर आप ये बोलेंगे कि मेरे को आज ड्रीम बहुत बुरा आया है, मेरे साथ बुरा होगा, बुरा होगा, मेरे साथ बुरा होगा, you are repeating this line in the entire day, and you are manifesting. That means you are generating a negative energy around you. Now when you have generated the negative energies around you, how can you expect positive to happen with you? Think na that, okay, I have had this dream, but no, nothing can uh, affect me, because that supreme power is with me. When he or she is with me, no negative energy can affect me. So always generate positive energy around you. So that's how the results will be. So this is how dream therapy actually works, that we give a positive perspective, not a toxic positive perspective, but a very neutral perspective, that this is the perspective, you take it or leave it. We don't force that आपको यही मानना है. So that's how it revolves around.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing. Thank you very much. A beautiful way of sharing, that dream therapy, how it works and how one should benefit from it. Thank you so much. Dear sir, the next question coming up. How would you define smart work and hard work with regard to the work that you do, the experiences that you've had?
All right. So I have always believed in hard work. Smart work is I guess class 9th. I don't know if you have studied that in class 9, because I have studied in class 9. In physics, we have distance and displacement concept. Distance, you go from location A to location D, and you have all the mountains, beaches in reaching from A to D. One path is this, and one path is totally on a straight road, a 2 hours long road, and the other road has 5 to 7 hours of distance. You take the smaller distance, you reach earlier, okay, done. But in life, it operates in a more complex way. Hard work teaches you experiences. Hard work lets you have experiences, let you learn through life. But when you choose for smart, I'm not saying that smart work is not right. It depends upon the individual, what path they want to choose, full of difficulties, but at the end point, the happiness which we get, or the only happiness wala path, right? So that's how the perspective of an individual differs from each other. You are on mute.
I often do that. I often mute myself and start talking. Then many of the guests have said, ma'am, you're muted. And then that's quite embarrassing sometimes.
That is very normal. I mean, today I've kept my mic on on unmute. I don't know how, but I just keep on unmuting it so that my environment does not disturb the process. So yeah, it happens.
Same, yes, yes. Yes, dear sir. Thank you so much for sharing the difference between smart work and hard work. Thank you very much. Dear sir, would you like to mention some of your best friends who stood with you through thick and thin, who are with you, and you are with them also, like helping each other to grow in life?
Can I take names in this platform?
You're most welcome. I will be very happy. We all will be happy. And they too may feel happy. Like if at all you share their names, it would be a pleasure.
Absolutely. So the first name I would say is Sabah Khan. So Sabah has always been at my side, helping and going through my emotions, and helped me to give a right perspective when I had a wrong one. So I got her in college. In school life, I had no friend. I don't remember I had any friend. and neither I want to remember anyone from the school life. Then after Sabha, I have Tushir Majumdar. So he belongs from Assam. So he's a beautiful soul and an honest soul. He gives me the exact how like he at times he is very blunt on my face, but I tell him that be blunt as much as you can. Let me know where I'm going wrong, and whatever problem you face from my side, you at least communicate it with me so that there is no miscommunication or misunderstanding. Then I would say Purbalina, she also belongs to the same state. So I have these three gems in my life. I would say I'll be very clear in stating them in the order. So yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you for sharing. As you mentioned, the three gems in your life. They have
Yes.
been a part and parcel of your life till today, and we wish you all the best and a happy friendship. And yes, we should find friends like this in life, dear friends. If you don't find a good friend, it's really not okay. You have to have those people standing by you to thick and thin.
Apart from this, I would like to just continue one more point that uh, through this forum, I just want to convey that when I got to know Sabha, I didn't know her religion, and I'm very open to talk about this in this on this platform. That there have been times when people have uh, said me ki yeah, she belongs to this religion, and you are purely Brahmin and she's a Muslim. How could you connect? And I always say that I didn't know what religion she belongs to when I was connecting with her. She and I are totally the exact same copies. So apparently, if we have a tarot card, we would have a past life soul connection, and there is no impure feelings. There are totally pure feelings. There is the feeling of honesty, loyalty, and a sense of connectedness. So on this forum, I would like to very clear it out that between two religions, you cannot define a friendship or a relationship that goes beyond that.
Very true, very true. And hats off to you for bringing out that so beautifully. It is just a pure connection between two human beings. It's understanding that humanity is the greatest religion and love is the universal language. Wonderful, sir. That's wonderful. Thank you very much for sharing. Much appreciated.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
please. Thank you. Dear sir, what makes you smile often? And when do you smile? If you could answer either ways.
What makes me smile often is my friends and myself. So these are the two individuals, if I see as a third person, who allow me to smile. So whenever I am alone, I'm sitting, I used to cheer myself up. Okay, next thing I have to do this. So in that motivation, I get a smile on my face. With friends, the smile reaches to the next level. A weird laughter which I get. So yeah, these two are the things which get me a smile.
Wonderful, sir. Thank you. Any weakness, sir?
If I talk about weakness, then I allow people to uh, intervene much easily. Yes, I accept the fact that I used to get manipulated very easily. There have been 4 5 experiences in which I have been manipulated in a way that I had totally ferocious feelings towards the person whom I loved the most. So through that, the intensity of me getting manipulated has reduced. But that does not make me stand in that uh, position ki no one can trust me. okay, okay, I have these experiences. I learned how to handle it, and now I'm working upon it. So that's my weakness, but I would say I'm working upon it.
How sweet. That's so nice. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing. Thank you. Dear sir, we'll talk about classical dance now. Are you giving training to others? Are you training others who are interested in classical dance? Because I would love to, and it's a childhood dream. One
So,
still on my bucket list, which I haven't yet fulfilled. So I would ask you, like, are you into training as well?
you will feel shocked, and the viewers will also feel shocked that I'm not a trained classical dancer. I proudly announce that I am untrained classical dancer. If you see my Insta page and if you meet the people who I meet every day and dance in front of them, uh, they are able to. I think that they are able to differentiate between me and the other untrained dancers. So this is not boasting about myself, but these are the views which I get from my loved ones. And whatever flaws they tell me, I accept it, and I, uh, you know, uh, include them in my next, dances or the acts which I present. So I'm an untrained dancer, which has its own history, which I would like to share here only, and that my parents do not support classical dancing, male, doing classical dance, because this is the hypocrisy that the god of dance is himself a male, Nataraj, and the males are, kept away from pursuing this as a dream, as a passion. So yeah, and I feel that whoever male classical dancer you would meet, he will definitely, I assure that he will definitely have some painful history or traumatic history in his past life related to this only. But I still do it because I love it. They don't know I do it. Again, you will be shocked. They don't know I do it, but I do it.
Yes. Thank you for sharing all of that. Thank you for being so humble and sharing all of that. As you said, the Natraj, God, the God, Natraj God, right? Am I getting it right? Lord Natraj, I should say it
Yes,
that
yes,
way.
yes.
Yes. Yeah, a perfect blend of all the beautiful moves and the classical dance style which I have seen.
Absolutely.
That beautiful figure of Lord Natraja. That's really nice. Yeah,
Pandit
very
Biju
well
Maharaj.
put. Yes, that if Lord Natraj could go and perform such a beautiful dance, then why not the male members get a chance to take part and feel that yes, this is my passion and I would love to go into it, and let me accept it, and let the society also accept it, let the family members accept it.
And also, if this conversation is being held, then I would like to throw some more light that in the old cinema, retro cinema, which we love and which I adore too, that male dancers were the ones who used to perform wearing the female attire. At that time and before that time also, only the males were. This is a male, dance form. Classical dance was done by males, one acting as a male entity and the other one acting as a female entity. So now the things have changed because of non-acceptance and the stuff. So I would just request the parents, watching this interview, that just support your child unconditionally and non-judgmentally.
Very true, sir. And this reminds me of a beautiful movie long time back, I think many years. Janak Janak Payal Baje. Have you heard that? If you haven't seen that movie, you just watch that movie. It's a wonderful one.
Uh,
Have you watched the movie?
I have not watched the movie, but the title of the movie reminds me of a song.
Mhm.
Janak Janak Tori Baje Paelia. This is the song, I guess, of this movie only.
I have no idea, but I watched the movie twice, and it's a wonderful movie. It's all about dance, understanding the true essence of dance and how it has an impact on you, both for the male character and the female character. And here, the male character performs like so much and so intensely. It is a must-watch movie, sir.
After
Yes,
this,
you should watch it today itself.
after
It's
this
a
interview,
Janak
I'm
Janak Palayal Bache. Yes.
all right. Perfect. Thank you for suggesting me this.
Because I'm reminded about the passion, with what passion you've shared now, all of it, which you've shared about yourself. I got to just have a shift of my thoughts now into that space where I watched the movie twice just to view how he was able to dance so well and so passionately. Yes, sir.
Perfectly. I'll surely watch it.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing all of that on this beautiful platform. Dear sir, if you weren't all of what you are today, a psychotherapist, a dream analyst, or a dream therapist, and a perinatal therapist, a budding clinical psychologist, if you weren't all of this, including a classical dancer, what else would you have become? Is it only this or is it something else?
If not this, then surely a celebrity fashion designer.
Very true.
After 12th, my father and mother, had this conversation, very heated, conversation that I want to become this. And they were like, there is only one Manish Malhotra, there is only one Sabyasachi. And I was like, why there can't be one Ishaan Vats in the same field? Because my interest has always been to show outcast and showcase myself. Who am I? I want people to know me, not by forcing them, but attracting them towards myself. So if not this, then I would have rushed into the cinematic world. So yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. That's really nice. Dear sir, is there anything that scares you? Any fears?
The fear which scares me is the fear of losing. Fear of losing my loved ones. You know what I'm referring to. So that is the stage which I don't think of it much. I guess no one thinks of it. But when I think, I get it. I get in a very uncomfortable position that one day will come that I will lose, my loved ones. But how I rationalize it, that okay, everyone faces it. My loved ones have also faced it. So it will be at the last, it will be me who has to deal with it, and it will be me who will uplift myself from it. No one else will do it for me, right? So that is the only fear I have.
Yes, very true. And thank you for opening up so well. And in fact, this young gentleman here, Ishaan Vats, is a very progressive person, a person with progressive thoughts, a person with progressive mindset. All of us should be like that. Accept people and be tolerant and open up. Don't keep your emotions suppressed. Don't suppress others and ask them to, calm down. Give them a space where they would like to open up and share their thoughts, views, and respect that as well. Yes, I would love many people to have the same mindset that you have, a progressive mindset, progressive thoughts.
That means a lot to me.
Yes, sir. Much appreciated. Yes, sir, you are appreciated on this platform for all the thoughts that you've shared. Now, dear sir, the next question. What suggestion you would like to give to all the youngsters out there who want to become the next Ishaan Vats, who want to be like this with the progressive mindset?
Uh, Firstly, the fact that I am still on that journey and I am still learning. So, what suggestion I can give to my youngsters, that whatever life teaches you teaches for the good. So the mool mantra of my life is that whatever happens for the good. Just believe in this and just go through, dive into the situation, whatever you are in. Do not try to push or run out of the situation you are put in. Why? Because the Almighty believes in you, that you will be able to face it first. Second, that when the situation ends, it will teach you something. This has happened with me, and this I'm speaking with my, I would say, 20 years of a very small experience, which is not much, but I feel pride in saying that at this small stage I'm able to speak this much. Right? Many people would just boast about themselves and talk which goes with the fashion, talk about the stuff which other people accept. I don't have a fear of non-acceptance. Okay, you don't accept me, please don't accept me. There might be situations that you would accept me. So people accept and not accept you as per their convenience, as per what they think, what point of view they have about themselves. So you just need to go on, just chuck the fatte.
Very true, sir. Thank you for sharing. Dear sir, your favorite color and why do you love that color?
My favorite color is white. Without any pause, I just clicked. It clicked that white is my favorite color because it keeps me calm. If you see my background, also it is something beige, brown, and very aesthetic kind of thing because it calms me down. It keeps me grounded. If I choose bright yellow and sky blue colors, those are the colors when you are very much in a manic phase. Manic is the very happiest phase or very elevated phase. Black, gray, these are the you know I would say colors of depression. I would say not depression specifically, but sadness. So let's be on neutral. Neutral से थोड़ा ऊपर थोड़ा नीचे it works, but on the extremes it's difficult to live in every day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing. Would you like to share a wonderful quote which you always focus on, a quotation or a proverb, you could say? Any one of it you could share, like
Mm,
a one-liner also, like you could take it in that way, a quotation, or you could
mm.
call it a one-liner.
All right. So there is this one saying that, as I told you, my moon mantra that whatever happens happens for the good, and never trust a person who is with you at your highest. Trust the person who is at your lowest, because the person who will be there with you when you are at the lowest or a low mood, automatically he or she will be there when you are at the highest. So these two I adhere to, like, and abide by.
And that's a big takeaway. Thank you for sharing that. Wonderful. सचमुच में इतना अच्छी सी बात आप बोल दी आज. Today, it's really making me so happy to interact with you. It is really such a thing that you've shared,
My pleasure.
A lot to think about what you shared. Those two lines which you just shared just now has great depth. Trust those people who are at your lowest, not when you are at the top.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for this appreciation.
Yes, 100%. And it's a big takeaway for me and to all of us. It should be a takeaway. You should understand and identify your true friends, the true people who will be with you through thick and thin. Yes, beautiful. Dear sir, till today, you've accomplished all different things in your life. Till date, you've accomplished many different, you've been through different trainings and courses. You might have achieved a lot. Among all of them, which was that wow moment? Yes, I accomplished this and I feel great.
Uh, the day when I received my the first practitioner certificate that now I can practice this therapy or this field with the people, with the clients. That day was like a big victory for me that I celebrated. And the first official form which we have, which we take as a consent from the client that yes, we can hold this experiment on you. So getting it signed with the title psychologist's signature and the space after that where I had to sign. So that was these two, I think, were my first achievements. That's why also I'm very happy. And yeah, because it was my first achievement, that's why I'm very happy.
Wow, great. And we wish you many more achievements, sir. You are that person who's really out to do your best, and I'm sure you will really give your very best to the world. Yes.
Thanks a lot.
Yes. Dear sir, now we come to pets. Do you have a pet at home? Do you love pets?
I love pet to another level. Like I don't have a pet because again, I have my college to go to, to conform to the things which I have in that exams and stuff. So ultimately, my mother has to look after him or her. So I wish to have a pet when I have my own home, and cater to all जो भी उसकी needs होंगी, and I will cater not him or her, not as a dog, not as an animal, but as a kid, as a child. So I have many things to do, but I will do when I get totally independent.
Wonderful. That's so nice. I don't want to treat him like a pet, but as a child, as a family member. How sweet. That's very nice. In fact, everyone out there who have pets should treat your pets with lots of love as a family member, as a little child. Yes. Dear sir, how many languages are you conversant in?
The most comfortable is Hindi, English. I have also learned French. So not completely. No, I'm not fluent in French, but I can read, and understand what is there written. But the fluent conversation does not happen. Also, I have taken Russian into learning process, but Russian is something which is totally different. French, you will see that it has English syllables and letters into it, so you understand it. But the ABCD of Russian, everything is very different. You will not understand. Like we write P and we pronounce it as something else. I guess K. So how difficult is that? You can I guess make out from this thing.
Yes, sir. Dear sir, the next question: if you were to be gifted a superpower by the Almighty, what superpower would you? Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I guess there was a slight technical issue from my end.
No issues, no issues.
Yes, thank you for being there with me, because we have the power, but then there's a technical issue from the internet side. But then I connected from my mobile data.
All right.
We'll go with it. Yes, sir. Thank you for sharing. Thank you very much. And thank you for your patience. Thank you for the patience. I really appreciate that. So I will not be visible on camera, maybe.
All right.
Because the freezed image will be there on when I.
All right. All right.
Yeah, am I clear?
Yes, now you are.
Okay, fine. That's great. That's really nice. For a moment, there was something wrong. Yes, dear sir, we continue with the session. And I need just a moment to get connected with you, because then there was a sudden, this is what is the life of the common man, my dear friends. There will be a lot of ups and downs, and we have to be ready to face all of this. And yes, International Fabtalks is about adjusting with all kinds of people and all situations in life, the ups and downs, even my personal ups and downs and trials on this special show. Yes, you need to know that life is not easy. Life has to be lived, go with the flow. Am I right, sir?
Absolutely
Yes.
right.
Yes. So I just was concentrating on this word, wanting you to share something about the superpower. Like if you were to be gifted a superpower by the Almighty, what superpower would you select?
If Almighty chooses me to give a superpower, then I would rather go with superpower for my goodness or the society?
Now, suppose it could be for yourself or for the entire world.
If for myself, then I would choose to give me the package of the strengths to face things not easily, but just to be with just to be with me, beside me when I'm in that situation, and make me feel that okay, I am here with you. I am not saying that you give me power to just easily go through it, because we cannot get it. We have to be very real, and we have to think which is achievable. So I just request him to be there with me, in every situation, but mostly in that situation, the problematic one, so that I have this key, okay, you are with me.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you so much. So if you were given a chance to relive somebody's life, just it's an imaginary question. If you were given a time machine in your hand, and by the click of a button, you will enter into the past era, there you have to relive somebody's life. Whose life you would love to relive?
There are two individuals which I adore to live their life, no matter how difficulties they have gone through. The first is Pandit Birju Maharaj.
Wow.
Second one, Lata Mangeshkar. These are the two personalities which I keep on the highest, stature in my life. They are my goals, they are my ideals, and then other people follow them. They are the self actualized selves I see too, and I work with their what they have achieved is what I see to, and just work and work and work.
Perfect, sir. Thank you so much. And what a way to select, Pandit Birju Maharaj and Lata Mangeshkar ji. Thank you very much. Dear sir, 2 lines on constructive criticism. What do you have to say about it?
All right. So talking about criticism in today's world, people do it in a very blunt way, and they do not understand how it will hit the other individual. Will it trigger their emotions or not? So constructive criticism is very important in today's life, because okay, if you are criticizing someone else's work or personality, firstly you should have that you know capability and the ability and the qualification to criticize. Now I cannot go and criticize their work, because they have done what they have done, and I'm no one to find flaws in it, because they have even more achievements in it. So firstly, constructive criticism is something which is, you politely, humbly, in a good manner say things which are required for the other person to build. We are criticizing to build his morale up, right? Not to lower it down, I believe. So say when you know the entire story, and say when you have that position to question or criticize that other person.
Thank you, dear friends, for being with us. And thank you, dear sir, for sharing all of that which you've been sharing just now. Thank you so much. Dear sir, we'd like you to speak now and share your views, your thoughts and expertise based on mental health. Are we giving sufficient of importance to mental health in our families, in the Indian society, as compared with the West?
If I talk about Indian scenario, as per the mental health facilities or the care which are we getting or not, then earlier it was the least bothered stuff, but now difference has been seen, that people have now started to cater to their emotional or mental needs, which they get, which they want to to get them sorted or get them balanced. So I feel that there is a difference, but there is still a long way to go. In the families, there is, if if it is a blood relation or not, if he or she is your son, and if he or she is someone in the long in a long relation, you will feel pity for the one who is in the long relation, but you will not accept the same thing with the one which is immediate to you, your husband, your son, your mother, your wife. Will you accept that your immediate family member has this difficulty, that okay, ठीक है, if my son is not able to score good in the academics, but he is good in this, okay, let's focus on this, but you are still crying upon that, oh, he has this and you are living in this dilemma of denial, that no, ऐसा तो हो ही नहीं सकता कि मेरे बच्चे को है. Why are you the only, that blessed person from the almighty, that your child or you or anyone around you cannot have any mental health, disorder? Now when your child or someone, I'm talking about child here, when your child gets diagnosed by a professional that he, for example, he has dyslexia, the difficulty in reading, or a dyscalculia, difficulty in solving the mathematical problems, that's very okay. That's very okay, because uh, he is catering to all his needs. He is self-efficient. Why don't you see that thing also? Why you have to only focus on the thing that he or she does not have? You also does not have everything. Okay, you have catered that child from 0 to 12 or say 15 very, very efficiently, and with lots of love you have poured in, but there is a hole everywhere which can start to leak. That hole has to be fixed. Not that we are, we are seeing, and uh, seeing that hole, that water is coming out and coming out, and we are also crying. This should not be the conception. You have to heal it, not just stick to it.
Very true, sir. Thank you for the beautiful example that you've given us. For everything, you've given us a wonderful example to think, to understand, and then, judge. You should not judge, you should accept. Be non-judgmental. Your children may not be able to read or write, but they are very good in other aspects. So then love them for who they are. And as you said, parents are not perfect. We are not perfect ourselves. We have so many flaws. And how can we be so harsh to our little children? Yes,
Absolutely.
and this is, yes, that when we understand this, the mental health in the family will really be at the highest, and all of us will be, sane and connected with each other, and this makes a beautiful world. Thank you, sir, very much for sharing all of your thoughts. Thank you. Dear sir, what are the 2 changes that you visualize in the next 50 years? आगे आने वाले 50 सालों में किस तरह के changes हो सकते हैं?
Since I am a mental health, learner, so the first change which I would like to see is people develop more skills of, more, they work on their skills, what they are good at, not cry and just look after that what they are not good in. Okay, ठीक है, आपने इतना टाइम निकाल दिया उस चीज के बारे में सोचने के लिए. Now from start with a fresh, a beginning again, and focus upon the things which you can master. Do not focus upon the things which you cannot master, and accept it with whole heart, with open arms, that okay, this I can do, this I feel difficulty not to do, so I choose what I can do. That will enhance first your confidence, second your motivation, and third automatically achievement will come into your arms. The second change which I would like to see is acceptance and non-judgmental nature of the individuals have to be built. My first goal, is to make people aware, is to make the generation aware that okay, there can be flaws in many individuals, not many, in every individual flaw is there, but you have to accept it or not accept it. That is your call, but do not have the right to harm him physically, emotionally, socially, and mostly psychologically. You don't have any right. No one has given you this right. So these two changes are the prominent changes which can change the world.
Very well said. Very well said. No one has the right to manipulate others psychologically, emotionally, physically. It could be in any way. So do not manipulate others. Let's live in a free world where you live and we live together.
True.
Yes, sir. The next question is, what are your thoughts on constructive criticism?
My thoughts on it is that firstly, it should be applied where it is required, when it is asked, not when it is not asked. Criticize the work in a very constructive manner when the when you feel that people are entertaining you, not when, okay, I think I should give some suggestion to him. No, did he or she ask you? Did he or she approach you? No. So okay, let he or she be in their state. They have their people around them. So why to become what's that saying we say that कबाब में हड्डी क्यों बनना? Because हड्डी को हमेशा लोग फेंक देते हैं. So choose your situations correctly, choose your words correctly, and save your suggestions to yourself until it is asked by a very close person or a person whom he or she trusts upon you, and you also trust upon them.
Perfect. And then that's another beautiful way of putting it in the right way. Until we ask, please do not give unnecessary suggestions
Yes.
or criticism, not required. Until
Because
you're
after it, they will only, when everything will get sorted between the two individuals or the situation and the individual, they will only come upon you and say that you said to do this, that's why I did this, and this all happened. Then now it is your fault that you made me, you know, be that balika bakra in that situation. So just keep it to yourself until it is asked.
very true. Keep it to yourselves. Very true. I could relate a lot to what you're sharing today. Lots of. Thank you so much. Dear sir, with regard to forgiving others, how would you rate yourself with regard to forgiving others on a scale of 1 to 10?
I forgive, but I don't forget. So the rating myself in terms of forgiving people is, I would say, around 7 to 8. Not a specific number I would choose because that will become key. Okay, I'm this much forgiving. No, at times I am at 6, I'm at 7, I am at 8, and sometimes I am at 10. That depends upon how much I have been hurt and how much I have been triggered. And that also depends upon the intensity at what my relationship with the other person is on. If he or she is some strange person, passing by me and passing some comment in against me, I'm like, who are you? Like, that forgiving, usme the forgiving will go beyond 10 because he does not matter to me. But when it comes to my closed ones, then okay, forgive kar diya, but I don't forget. Keep this in mind. So we have to be very clear when we are stating that मैं आपको माफ कर रहा हूँ, but I will not forget it. I will keep this thing in mind in the future and then process the relationship with you.
You're one person with lots and lots of talent, wisdom, experience, and a great heart to share because you want to enlighten the world, empower others. When you speak, you empower others. You make them realize, yes, these are the situations we face, and this is what is the right thing to do. as far as I am concerned. Like, I feel that you are sharing a lot of good things, the content, the way you put your thoughts across the table is just wow.
Thank
Yes.
you. Means a lot.
I mean, if it is just any stranger, we could forgive them. It's about 10. But if it's
Mm.
our close ones and the intensity of how much they've hurt us and how many times they've hurt us again and again, all of this matters a lot. And I will forgive, but not forget. It
Yes.
may go beyond 10 and it could come as low as 5 to 6, as you said.
Even
Very
one.
well. Oh, great. That's nice. Beautiful. Thank you very much, sir. That's really great. Dear sir, you said you are conversant in Hindi and English and a few other languages. May I know, may I request you to oblige to sing any one song for us, which you feel it's okay to share with us a nice song?
I'm a
Your
big
favorite.
fan. I'm a big fan of 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. So there is this one song of Lata Mangeshkar जी, एक प्यार का नगमा है, मौजों की रवानी है, जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं, तेरी मेरी कहानी है. So here the teri is the soul, meri is the body. So soul and body, it's only the connection of that. Life is the interconnection between a soul and a body, because the body gets shattered at one point of time, but the soul remains there. So that's the connection.
And you have a lovely voice. Congratulations. Not only you have a progressive mindset, and not only you're a great dancer as well, you're even a great singer. You sang it very well. Thank you for selecting that beautiful song, and you've done a lot of justice to that song. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Dear sir, now we have come to an end to the main round of the interview. We have a small segment called as the rapid fire round. Shall we go ahead with it, sir? Yes.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Dear friends, we have taken extra time from sir. I've requested sir, and sir said yes. He's very polite and humble, and that makes him a great person. To respect people's lives, to respect people, and to respect the right kind of people in their lives. Yes, dear. So, dear friends, it's now the time for the rapid fire round. We'll get to know about our sirs, and our guest, our celebrity is Ishaan Vats from Delhi, a budding clinical psychologist, a classical dancer, a psychotherapist, a dream therapist, a perinatal therapist, and much more. And today here with full of wisdom. Dear sir, the first question with the rapid fire round, it's a small segment where you would have to answer in 1 or 2 words, maximum 1 sentence. Yes, sir?
All right.
How would you define a beautiful day in 1 word?
Elevated.
Wow, superb. Elevated. That's really wonderful. Nice. When you help others, do you expect anything in return?
No.
City, village, or town?
Village.
Land, water, or air transport?
Water.
Which is your favorite season?
Winters.
Wow, me too. If there was a beautiful table with a big cake, some chocolates, and ice creams, what would you pick up first?
Chocolates.
Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Night out.
Ishaan can cook well?
Yes. Very well.
Oh, very well. Not well, very well. That's really nice. The name of your favorite recipe or cuisine?
Rajma and rice.
Oh, cool. That's really nice. Yes, sir. Are you a beach person or a forest person?
Beach person.
Yes, I get that. You mentioned Goa initially, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Is it salty, sweet, spicy, or sour food?
Spicy food.
So, life is all about money, happiness, or both?
Both.
Perfect. Are you an introvert, extrovert, ambivert?
Ambivert.
Socializing or me time?
Socializing to a level, me time mostly.
Very, very true, and very nice. Prioritize yourself first, and then you could socialize, my friends. I do that, and sir also does that. So we have a same wavelength.
Yes.
Yes. Dear sir, when you are all alone in a room and there are no gadgets around you, no friends, family, nobody, you're alone. And a big window there, happy sunshine into your room, a chair, you're on that chair sitting down, and you're connected to your thoughts. Where do your thoughts take you? Into the past, present, or future?
I dwell in the present, and if this is a situation, then I would rather start with the riyaz.
Yes. That's nice. Thinker, doer, or both?
Both.
Experiential learning or theoretical learning?
Experiential learning.
Fresh fruits and salads or fried food?
That depends upon my health.
Home cooked food or food ordered from out?
Home cooked food.
Now, you're good at singing, you're good at dancing. Now, if I put a question like this, is it song or dance?
Dance.
I had that in my mind. Yes, sir would say dance. I had that. Yes. And we wish you that you really reach heights because you have that lovely passion in whatever you have your thoughts and dreams all about. We wish you all the best in all your endeavors, sir.
Thank you so
Especially as
much.
you say, passion for dancing. No, I would love that you reach that space where you are able to make others also realize their passion within them and come out into the open and share their skills and expertise. Yes, sir, is it a walking or a four-wheeler?
Can you please repeat it? There was a connection issue.
Yeah. Is it a two-wheeler? You love to go on a two-wheeler, walking, or a four-wheeler?
Four-wheeler.
Reading or music?
Music.
Your favorite day of the week?
Favorite day, Sunday.
Favorite number?
7.
Many of them say 7. I have just seen this. I find it like, I've been asking this question to many of the celebrities who are here, and most of them select 7. Yes, it's a mysterious number. Number 7 is mysterious. Don't you think so?
It is mysterious. Like everyone has they have their own perspective. My perspective is 7 and 11 are the most preferred numbers which I choose.
Yes, sir. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Are you a tea person or a coffee person?
Coffee person.
You love to give gifts or receive gifts?
The most is receiving gifts.
Yes, sir. That's so sweet. Very honest of you, to share that, to receive gifts. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir. But you've been very generous. You've given us a lot of your thoughts, and I feel it's a gift to all of us and to all of us out there. Many gifts with your thoughts and views on life and how to go about different in different ways, how to understand life in different ways. You've shared all of that. You've given us many gifts. There's one small gift which you have to still give us, and that is the 3 magical words. Apart from please, sorry, and thank you, without these 3, we keep them aside, and you have to share with us any 3 positive words which you feel would create magic in our lives. And that would be a great gift to us on this platform.
Apart from please, sorry, and thank you.
Yes, sir.
Optimistic. Regenerated. Third, accepting.
Wonderful. Optimistic, rejuvenating, and wonderful. Thank you very much for these 3 beautiful gifts. Thank you so much. Looking forward to many more interactions. I would love you to come and speak again on this International Fabtalks show, to let out your thoughts and views, to inspire other youngsters to know how to live their lives in the right way, and how to open up, how to connect with others, how to bond, and how to have that progressive mindset. I love the progressive mindset that you have.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your time. Stay blessed, stay connected. We love you for who you are. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, dear friends, with this, we'd like to end the Fab Talk session for now. Of course, we had a wonderful time. I had a brilliant experience today with our special guest. He's Mr. Ishaan Vats from Delhi, and he is a budding clinical psychologist, a classical dancer, a dream therapist, and a perinatal therapist. Am I right, sir? Did I get that right?
Perfect.
Perinatal therapist, yes, etc. All of this. You could connect with sir and get to know more about him and avail his services at any time. He is out there, a person who you could approach at any given time. So stay blessed and stay safe. Sir, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.